Hey guys, how's it going? I know it's been a couple of weeks since I made a video, and I'm sorry about that. Just been real busy. I had a real rough week at work. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, so this episode is going to be my Songs of the Week number 5. Like I said, I'm a few weeks behind, but I'm trying to catch back up here, so without further ado, let's just get into this. This is where I take 10 songs that I've randomly selected from Spotify that I've been listening to lately. I tell you about them and why I think that you should check them out whenever you get the chance. So, here we go. I've got my list right here in my little notebook. Number 1 is called Foreign Fire by We Came as Romans. Now, We Came as Romans is a band that I've been getting into quite a lot lately, especially their latest album, Cold Like War. That album, to me, has been on repeat ever since it came out a couple of months ago in October, I believe. But Foreign Fire it's one of the best songs on the album for sure, in my opinion. There's so many great elements to this song that it starts off with kind of these weird noises going on in the background, and you're not really sure what to expect as the song progresses, but then it just turns into this blistering song that has some soft spots to it, but it's an overall great song, great guitar work, great vocal work. But my favorite part on this song has to be the bridge. It's spoken, kind of spoken word type stuff, and it's really haunting, very chilling. And especially, it's this woman's voice, and it's very low and faint. You can barely even hear it. But when you actually look up the words and look up what she's saying, it's very telling. It's very haunting, and it gives me chills every time I listen to it. And I love that. I love how atmospheric it is. I love how haunting it is, and that's why I definitely think that you should check out this song. Number 2 is The Nature of the Beast by Ice Nine Kills. Now, excuse me. Ice Nine Kills is another band that I've gotten into over these last few years, especially with their latest album, Every Trick in the Book, which has a very interesting concept. And you know me, I love concept albums. Basically, it's about, well, let me put it like this. Every song off of the album Every Trick in the Book is based on a historic piece of literature, which I think is really cool. And the song Nature of the Beast is basically based on the book Animal Farm, which is actually about communism, which I didn't know that when I first started listening to it. It's about communism, which, is a very hot topic in the world today, but it gives the analogy that communism is like animals, like we're a bunch of animals that want to try to overthrow everything, but in trying to get our control back, we end up becoming the same things that we never wanted to become. We end up being just like them, and it just depicts communism beautifully. And it's definitely a song that you have to hear. It starts off very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's got an opera feel to it because the lead singer's voice, I think his name is Spencer Charnas. I think that's how you say his name. He really makes you get drawn in. Like his vocal range is magnificent, and it starts off with him just belting out these lyrics in an opera kind of style. Like the music reminds me of something you would hear in an opera. It's very low, while the vocals are very, kind of high energy, I guess. And then you think that it's going to be that way the whole way through, but then once again, just like the first song, it blisters into this hardcore song that's very catchy and very, very vivid. It's very imaginative. And that's another reason why I think that this is a great song for you guys to check out. Okay. Number 3 is No Way Out by As It Is. As It Is It, once again, is another band that I've recently gotten into. They're a British pop, punk rock style band. I don't know what you would classify them as. But I really like their style, especially in this song, No Way Out. I want to say it's talking about how sometimes that we can't escape our minds, we can't escape the thoughts that we think, and we can't escape certain actions that we do in our everyday life, and we know that those repercussions of our actions are going to, get us in a lot of trouble, and we have to deal with whatever the consequence is. But it's also about trying to learn from those mistakes, and that's really evident, especially in the bridge of this song as well. It's another spoken word type bridge, just like the earlier song that I mentioned. It's talking about how his mindset is when he's in that kind of state, and it's very telling, it's very bone chilling, and it really makes you think. And I love songs like that, and it's another reason why I think you should check this song out. It's really very good and definitely worth the time. Number 4. Now this is probably going to be the most recognizable song on this whole list. We have Diary of Jane by Breaking Benjamin. Now I know what you're thinking, but Adam, this song is almost 12 years old. Why would you put that song on this list? Because it's what I've been listening to this week, that's why. If you don't know Diary of Jane, this is probably one of Breaking Benjamin's most well-known songs, without a doubt. And it used to be my favorite Breaking Benjamin song of all time. Once that intro and that little guitar riff kicks in, you know that you're going to be in for a great ride. I love everything about this song. I love the high energy. I love the fast-paced guitar riffs. I love the bridge where where Ben Burnley screams. It's a great song with great lyrics, and I can't really say anything more than that. But if you haven't heard of Breaking Benjamin before, then definitely start out with Diary of Jane. Diary of Jane was not the first Breaking Benjamin song I ever heard, but it was what got me into them. So definitely check this out. Number 6 is Dead Roses by Sevendust. Now Sevendust is a band that I've known about for, I want to say, 7 or 8 years maybe. 7 or 8. But Dead Roses is off of the album Black Out the Sun, which came out, I want to say, 4 or 5 years ago. And I really like, how much energy is put into this song. The guitar riffs, the vocals, the lead singer, I don't know his name. I'm sorry about that. But he has these really rough style vocals that really brings out a lot of gruff emotion in this song. And it's definitely probably one of my all-time favorite Sevendust songs. So, you should definitely check this one out too. Okay, number 7, My Name, Wearing Me Out by Shinedown. Now, I've just like Sevendust, I've known about Shinedown for a long time now, and but I never heard of this song before, and come to find out, it's off the album Amaryllis, which came out in 2015, I think, maybe 2014, I'm not sure, but this is a song that I never really paid much attention to. I always overlooked it when I listened to the album, but I was watching a lot of YouTube videos the other day, or sometime last week, whenever, and this song was like background music in one of the videos I was watching, and I said to myself, that sounds familiar. It sounds like Shinedown. So I actually went to look up what it was, and sure enough, it was Shinedown, and I was really impressed with what I heard. It's definitely about someone who is always trying to take you down, who's always trying to make you feel like you're not worth anything, make you feel like your own self-worth isn't valuable or anything like that. Definitely something that we can all relate to. It's a great song, great lyrics with great instrumentation, and Brent Smith, the lead singer, his vocals, I mean, he's got an outstanding range, what can I say? Excuse me for a second. Product placement. Anyway, now that that's over, back to the video. And anyway, yeah, Brent Smith's vocals are really amazing, and they really shine in this song. You really hear how angry he is with whoever he's talking to, and it's really great. Okay, moving on. I lost my place. Okay, number 7, Voodoo Doll by 12 Stones. Now, 12 Stones is a band that I feel are very underrated. I mean, they've been around since the early to mid 2000s, and they have a lot of great underrated songs. I mean, I can think of 2 or 3 right off the top of my head. You know, Crash, The Way I Feel, and Lie to Me. Lie to Me is pretty more recent. But this one, Voodoo Doll, it's very interesting. It's definitely, in my opinion, a different kind of style from 12 Stones. Because 12 Stones of the past usually had these, you know, great guitar riffs and really heavy instrumentation. And this one has that in the chorus and stuff like that. But the intro kind of surprised me a little bit. It's very soft and, you know, just not what I was expecting from 12 Stones. But I mean that in the best way possible. I don't really have any type of clue as to what this song may be referring to. The only thing that I can gather is that it might be talking about someone who you feel has a hold on you, like you're some sort of voodoo doll. I mean, that's what I get from it. But it's a great song. It's very underrated, and I definitely think you should check it out. Number 8 is Hated by Beartooth. Now, Beartooth is, once again, I know this is a recurring theme on this video, it's another band that I've been getting into a lot recently, and the song Hated really speaks to me, and I think it speaks to a lot of fans out there. The line that it starts off with is, "Who knew you'd be hated for being who you are, and leave a big target for all the insecure," or something like that. And isn't that the case these days? I mean, no one can be who they are without someone trying to belittle them because of how they are. And that's just not right. No one should be hated for who they are. No one should be hated for what they do or what they don't do, or how they talk, how they dress, how they walk, you know, religious background, orientation, it doesn't matter. And this song really stands out against hatred, and it's something that we all deal with. It's very eye-opening, and it's very lyrically great, and I can't say anything else about it. Okay, number 9 is Fairytale by Saint Asonia. Now, Saint Asonia is the new band that former 3 Days Grace lead singer Adam Gontier formed recently. And this song, Fairytale, it's very in your face. I love Adam Gontier's vocals on this track. I love all the instrumentation, and I love how the lyrics, like I said, they're very in your face. They're very aggressive, and you can tell that whoever he's talking to in this song, he's really letting them have it. And I think it's about someone who all they want to do is live in their own little fantasy land, their own little fairy tale, instead of trying to